Okay, so let's see few examples on the basis of limits and continuity. So first of all, we'll do for the limits and then continuity. Okay, so limit z goes to 2 iota z square minus z bar. So what should be the answer? Come on, quickly.
Minus 4 plus 2
Calculate
z.
this thing. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, it may happen that sometimes limit does not exist, right? Even in the complex analysis, it may happen. So let's do this type of question where limit may or may not exist. Limit z goes to 0, z upon z bar. Most general idea would be what? We'll have the limits once in the direction of a real axis and then in a direction of imaginary axis. See what will happen. Okay. So first of all, consider the real axis only. That means your z goes to 0. So you simply take imaginary part to be 0. So ultimately you will take that z is equal to sort of this thing and z goes to 0. Right? So that means what? So limit z goes to 0, x plus 0 iota upon x plus 0 iota bar. But we know that we have chosen that x, that z as x plus 0 iota, right? So in that sense, we are only limited to limit x goes to 0, x upon x, right? Are you with me on this? Because x minus 0 iota will be x.
Yes,
So we are left with 1, right? True?
Yes.
Now you consider the imaginary axis only. Consider the imaginary axis. Now see, limit z goes to 0, z upon z bar, right? So now you choose z to be 0 plus iota y. So your z is already going to 0. So 0 plus iota y is going to 0. So that means y goes to 0. So limit y goes to 0, 0 plus iota y, 0 plus iota y bar. Now that conjugate will matter here, right? So it will make it as minus iota y. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So this will become minus 1, right? So basically what happens, that limit are not same because we have chosen two different part and limits are not coming out to be same. So therefore limit z goes to 0, z upon z bar does not exist. Yes, fine.
yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? तो you may encounter such type of questions where limit may or may not exist, right? So anyways, so now next question is limit z goes to 3 iota imaginary part of z square upon z plus real part of z, right? So what is z? Can anybody tell me what is z?
Imaginary.
Z कुछ नहीं है. Z is a complex number. Let's say x plus iota y. And what is z square? Of course, if we do it, so we'll get in this way, right? And what is imaginary part of z square? Yes.
iota 2xy.
2xy.
Exactly. Only 2xy. So limit z goes to 3 iota. Right. So this will become what? Only 2xy. And this becomes what? Tell me. Z is what? X plus iota y. And then here it becomes what? Real part of z. Sorry. So this becomes only x. So limit x plus iota y goes to 3 plus iota and 2xy upon 2x plus iota y. So how are you going to do it? Yes?
Sir, x tending to 3 and y tending to 1.
Yeah, right. So can we do this? See,
Yes, sir.
तुम्हें याद होगा जब मैंने लास्ट में ये एग्जांपल एक करवाई थी तो मैंने बोला था ना इस तरह से भी इसको कर सकते हैं, है
Yes,
ना?
sir. Yes,
रियल
sir.
पार्ट का अलग करके इमेजिनरी पार्ट का अलग करके इसको कर सकते हैं ना. सो कैन वी डू इट राइट नाउ ऑन दिस पार्ट एज वेल?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
we have to separate that real and imaginary part, right?
Sir.
So limit
प्लस कैसे
your,
आ गया सर?
हाँ बोलो क्या कह रहे हो?
सर 3 आयोटा से 3 प्लस आयोटा ये
इसको चेक
ट्रांसलेशन
कर ही रहा था मैं. 0 plus 3 होता, right? So 0 3. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So इसको तुम्हें solve करना पड़ेगा. So you need to solve this expression. So how are you gonna do? 2xy upon 2x plus iota y into 2x minus iota y upon 2x minus iota y. So limit xy goes to 0 3 4x square y upon 4x square plus y square minus iota y upon 4x square plus y square. So now can you do this? हो पाएगा आगे?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? So these types of question can also be asked, right? This is a the different type of question. Okay, so next is limit z goes to 1 minus iota mod z square minus iota z bar. Z 1 minus iota, so you will write it as z bar minus iota z bar. So limit z goes to 1 minus iota, this becomes 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota minus iota time 1 minus iota bar. So this will become limit, sorry ये limit लगाने की तो जरूरत ही नहीं रही अब. So this becomes 2 minus iota 1 plus iota. So this becomes 3 minus iota, right? Yes, you're with me?
Yes, sir.
Limit z goes to pi iota e raised to power z. So what is that? Limit simply e raised to power pi iota,
Yes, sir.
and that's
Yes,
what
sir.
this pi, which is equal to minus 1. Okay,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next is limit z goes to iota z e z. That means iota e iota. तो iota को सिर्फ पाई बाय 2 लिख सकते हैं? पहले ये बताओ, लिख सकते हैं? Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir.
So we can write it as e raised to power iota pi by 2 into e raised to power iota.
Yes, sir.
And finally we can write it as iota pi by 2 plus 1. Limit z goes to 1 plus iota z square plus 1 upon z square minus 1. Before doing this question, if you can do this question, then you can do the above question as well. Can you do this? Tell me, can you do this?
सर डिफरेंशिएट करना आएगा सर ऊपर नीचे
Differentiate, अभी differentiation हमने किया नहीं है. So we haven't done the differentiation part. So how are you gonna do it?
तो कॉमन लेके कर देंगे.
सर a square minus b square का फॉर्मूला.
Exactly. Right. So we can write it as z minus 2 plus iota into z plus 2 plus iota. And here you have z minus 2 plus iota. Can we do this?
Yes, sir.
Can we do this? Yes, tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
yes sir
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if we cancel this thing, so this becomes 2 plus iota plus 2 plus iota. So it becomes 4 plus 2 iota, right? Now, what about this? What can be said about this? Why we were doing all this? Because 2 plus iota, z minus 2 plus iota will be a factor of that. That's why we were doing this, no?
Yes, sir.
Right? But here, is it a factor?
No.
Try to put this. Will it become 0?
no sir
So what does that mean? We'll be directly putting that, right? We'll be directly putting that and we'll get the answer. Okay?
yes sir
That's
Yes.
the only. Okay, so next is what about this one? Can anybody tell? Pretty easy.
सर फैक्टर बन जाएगा इसमें.
So z square
But-
minus 1 into z square plus 1 लेंगे and z square plus 1 में z minus I into z plus I हो जाएगा.
Z4
Exactly.
plus.
Exactly. बन जाएगा ना ये वाला?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir
Right? This will be done, right? Okay. So I'm leaving this as an exercise, not exercise. Actually, you have already done it. Okay. So next is limit z goes to e iota pi by 4 z plus 1 by z. Great. So you can directly write it as e iota pi by 4 plus 1 by e iota pi by 4. So this is e iota pi by 4 plus e minus iota pi by 4. Right?
Yes.
Can we write it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this becomes cis pi by 4 and
Yes,
this becomes cis minus pi by 4. And this becomes what?
Sin वाले terms कट
Cos.
जाएंगे.
Yes, 2 cos pi by 4. So
Cos
2
pi.
by root 2. So that is root 2. Yeah. Are you with me on this?
yes sir
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm giving you 3 more exercises based on limits and you're going to calculate that. That's what. Limit z goes to 0, real part of z upon imaginary part of z. So this limit will not exist, right? So first of all, you need to take 2 different parts. That's what z goes to 0 along y is equal to x. Z goes to 0 along imaginary axis. Right? That means keeping x as 0. Considering only y. So these 2 limits will be different from each other. So you will conclude that above limit does not exist. Okay? That's the hint. limit z goes to iota mod z plus iota time argument, capital argument of iota z, right? So this again, you will have two paths, right? So I'm giving you those two different paths, and then you will conclude that where limit does not exist. Okay, so one path is you take z goes to iota along the path mod z is equal to 1. That means circle, right? But in first quadrant. And then you take z goes to iota along same thing, but in second quadrant. Okay? And then you conclude that these two are different. So that's why this limit also does not exist. Right? You're with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And one more question, which is very easy, which you can do. This is just like example, which I have already done. And that is limit z goes to 0, z by mod z whole square. So that will be again along real axis, along imaginary axis, and then done. Okay. So next is continuity. Right. So continuity would be what? So a complex valued function is said to be continuous at z is equal to z naught, where z naught belongs to the domain of the function, z naught belongs to the domain of f, if limit should exist and further it should equal to the f of z naught. Necessary and sufficient condition for a function f of z is equal to uxy plus iota vxy. That's what we have done. Ki fz can be expressed in terms of ux plus y plus iota vx plus y. Hai na? At z is equal to z naught is that functions uxy and vxy both must be continuous at z is equal to z naught, right? अगर अलग अलग फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस हो जाते हैं तो हम क्या बोल देंगे कि अलग अलग कंपोनेंट भी अगर इसके कंटिन्यूअस हो जाते हैं at z is equal to z naught, so we'll say that the complete fz is also continuous, right? Okay, so I'll briefly write properties of limits and continuity. So if limit z goes to z naught, fz is L, and limit z goes to z naught, gz is M, then limit z goes to z naught, c times the fz is equal to c times the L, right? For c is some constant. C belongs to complex number, some constant is there. Secondly, we know that limit z goes to z naught, f of z plus or minus g of z will result in L plus minus M, right? And the third one is limit z goes to z naught, f of z into g of z is equal to, of course, L times the m, and the property will also hold in division with one exception, that is m must be non-zero, right? Yes, you're with me? Yes, you're with me. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now quickly we'll remind the properties of continuity as well. So these properties also hold in continuity. Okay, so I'll briefly write those things. Okay, so what I would say that if f and z, so I'm just restating, I'm not writing those things. If f and z, f and z both are continuous at z is equal to z naught, then c time f of z will also be continuous at z is equal to z naught. F plus minus z will also be continuous. F into z will also be continuous. F by g is also be continuous with one exception, that is at this point z must be non-zero, right? All other properties will remain same, they will also hold for the continuity. ठीक है, ये तो सही है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
पता ही है ये सारी चीजें तो? बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start with a few questions. Yes. So at z naught, that is 2 minus iota. Okay. For continuity, this thing must hold, right? Is it okay? So this is a sort of polynomial, and this can be easily achieved. Okay. So let's say if you want f of z naught, that's what 2 minus iota whole square minus iota times 2 minus iota plus 3 minus 2 iota. Okay, so that is 4 plus iota square minus 2 iota minus 2 iota plus iota square plus 3 minus 2 iota. So this becomes 4 and 3, 7. 7 minus 2, 5. And 2, 2, 2. So becomes 6 iota. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
और अगर लिमिट निकालें तो भी यही आएगा,
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो फंक्शन क्या होगा?
Continuous.
Continuous.
ठीक है, या यू विद मी? सॉरी, यहाँ कुछ मिस्टेक हुई है मेरे से. यहाँ पे आना है 4 आयोटा आना ना. ठीक है, fz is equal to z cube by 1 minus z, and that is z naught is equal to 3 iota. At this point we want to find out. So simply, that is again, it's not a problematic stuff for us, so we can simply write it as, yes, tell me, कैसे होगा?
3 iota का square minus 1.3.
Yes, yes. So simply 3 iota whole cube upon 1 minus 3 iota. And that's what? 27 iota cube 1 by 3 iota iota. So minus 27 iota plus 1 by 3 iota. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
ऐसा ही होगा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fz is equal to z cube minus 1 upon z minus 1 when mod z is not equal to 1, and 3 if mod z is equal to 1. So you need to check the continuity at z naught is equal to 1, right? ठीक है. Next is fz is equal to z bar minus 3 times the real part of z plus iota, and z naught is equal to 3 minus 2 iota. Next is fz is equal to real part of z upon z plus iota z minus 2z square. Z naught is equal to e iota pi by 4, right? So these all are problems I'm giving. We will be discussing these problems in our respective tutorial sessions. Okay. Now you have to prove that these are the points of discontinuity which I'm giving you, right? Fz is equal to 1 upon mod z minus 1 at z naught is equal to iota. So these are the point of discontinuity, right? So these are the problem basis on the basis of discontinuity. Let's go to the previous property, and that's theorem. Let's call me as star. So on the basis of star or u star, okay, so this question is, you need to find out the largest region possible where the following functions are continuous. Okay, so that is fz is equal to z bar next is fz is equal to z minus 1 upon z bar minus 4, and the last one is fz is equal to real part of z into imaginary part of z.